Oh, boys. About 75% of the clips I recorded for the LAN event did not have audio because I don't know how to work a camera properly, apparently. So the clips that do have audio, I've left them untouched as they are. The ones that don't, I've gone through and post-commentated them. I do apologize, but I feel like it really does hurt the flow of it, but I really wanted to kind of show you the footage anyway. So I hope you enjoy it regardless. It was an absolutely incredible weekend. We was all treated literally like royalty for the 3 days that we were there, and I hope you enjoy the video. Well, good morning everybody. The time is currently 5:30 a.m. It is the day, it's Friday. I'm flying out to Milan today for the MX Bikes LAN event, and I've got about an hour and a half of sleep in me, so that's great. But we move. The game's a game. I'm sure I can sleep when I eventually get to the hotel. I've got about an hour's car journey now to go to the airport, so I'll see you in a sec. The journey has begun. It is almost 6 a.m. I've got about an hour drive to get to the airport, but luckily Mother Linz has volunteered her services and she'll be driving me. It is 7 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in freedom units, but it should be alright. Oh, we have arrived. I've got no clue where I'm going just yet. We'll get there. So, trying to find a somewhat unpopulated area to do this in. I found myself a nice little corner on the floor. Just thrown it out there. Water and a tiny little burrito. £8.50. Absolutely ridiculous. But the table that I'm working with right now is absolutely effed. Like, it's so wonky. But got off the flight. The flight was pretty meh, to be honest. It was only an hour and 40 minutes, but I had a very loud child behind me, and I hate children with every fibre of my being. And it was very warm as well, but at least the people I was sat next to were okay. Literally nobody said a word to each other the entire time, so that was fine by me. The hotel room is quite nice. I've probably done some sort of like a little tour with you, but I thought this was the best time to sit down and go through it all. I did not get picked up in a Dodge Ram, unfortunately, but I did get picked up in a very nice Mercedes. So the time right now is 6 minutes past 3 p.m. Apparently there is another vehicle of some kind coming to pick a few of us up from the hotel at 3:30. So I've got about 24 minutes or so. Might try and get another snooze because I'm hanging right now. I feel absolutely awful. Met Stone Rider. Gave Stone Rider a little fist bump in the lobby, so that was nice. I believe we've got Aiden is going to be here soonish. So is Jake Jr. They're brothers, which I had no idea about until like a couple of days ago. They've then got Insane and JVDL making their way as well. So fingers crossed. We might get all 6 of us travelling together, and should be good fun. Let's start over here. Right, so we got standard bathroom picture. Bath, shower, all good stuff. Safe, mini fridge, not paying for that. Actually looks really nice. I'm quite surprised. And I have to say, I've been a massive L gamer. You can tell I'm not used to like kind of bougie places because for ages I was like, none of the light switches are working. I'm pressing the button and nothing's going on. Little did I know that there's a damn like hole in the wall that I've got to put my access card in first, and now it works. So I'm actually, I didn't record like on the plane at all because it just felt really weird and awkward to do. I realised that this camera angle was probably not flattering either. Also, we've got a view. I wouldn't say it's the best view in the world, but it is a view. So it turns out a couple of the clips I recorded in a certain mode on my camera didn't actually record any audio. So if you hear me sounding like this in a normal microphone voice, then it's post-commentary. So if things feel a little bit weird where I'm talking and maybe stuff doesn't match up, that's why. So I do apologise, but oh well.
turns out that Reaper tried hopping onto the game because he got there before a lot of other people, and the security team kicked him off. So that's incredibly funny. So El Reaper Doc trying to cheat his way to victory. So there was actually like a 2 hour wait for traffic because just with the show the traffic was so bad, and because we was leaving the hotel at about 4, the whole thing finishes at 6, so there would have been no point. So me and Stone Rider decided that we was going to walk there. It's about a 30-minute walk, not the end of the world. So that was what happened there. There is Stony. There is his beautiful long hair for everybody that wondered what Stone Rider looks like. We then got caught up on our little romantic walk together by both Insane and JVDL. And for some reason, everybody is incredibly tall, and I'm really, really short. So we've got JVDL in the middle and Insane on the left there. And this is just us approaching the whole ICMA event as well. And yeah, the walk actually only took about 25 minutes in total rather than 30. So that was a big W. Then we have the moment that I spotted, the one, the only, Mr. Chauncey Sharp, aka Mr. Reaper Doc. There he is. The beautiful American man next to JV as well. Nice to meet JV too. Give the boy a little bit of a handshake. Say hello to everybody as well. Insane was allowed to actually hop onto one of the PCs since he wasn't going to be one of the competitors. And the PCs were set up with all of the assists on, like pre-done. So he went through and changed a bunch of stuff at the disapproval of the people that were setting it all up. But because it was still so different to his usual setup, he was even struggling to complete a lap. There was leaderboards on the big screen for all the different games that were being played and people's best lap times. And nobody at this point had actually finished a lap of the track yet without going off and getting cuts for them to count, which was incredibly funny to see. So a very short and sweet one at the end of day number 1. We only got about an hour and a half there in total. So it was just looking around, looking at the setup, seeing what's what, and kind of taking the event in. Really, really cool. The setup was actually like huge. Like it's insane. I've never been to such a big like show ever in my life. I had a very, very wholesome interaction with someone there. Reaper was trying to prove that a lot of people know who I am. So he went up to one of the kids that was playing. And he was like, "Do you know who Lindsay's?" And the kid said, "Yeah." He gave me a little wave. I went over to speak to him, and he was just so shy and in shock at the moment. It was actually adorable. And then I checked my YouTube just notifications after the fact, and he left a comment saying that was me, by the way. I was in shock. So really wholesome experience. So what I said earlier in the video about hating kids, this one gets left off the hook. It's very, very nice to meet you, man. So at the end of the day, we all went out for dinner as well. I think there was probably like 15 or so of us in total, including people that others had brought along to the event. And I mean, the food I wasn't actually a big fan of, not going to lie. But we did get given a very epic ICMA Esports Championship top with my name on the back, which I'm sure you've all seen on Instagram by now, at LinzumX, if you don't follow me, by the way. But yeah, the food was a bit meh. I'll be honest with you. So wasn't the biggest fan. I had some sort of spaghetti, and usually I'm a spaghetti fan, but for whatever reason, didn't really enjoy it. And it was a 4-star hotel, so that did really, really surprise me. But overall, it was a very, very long day on day 1, like being up since 5:30 a.m., going to sleep at, I want to say about midnight by the time I finished recording this bit. But it was really, really nice to finally put some faces to some names. And we go on to day number 2. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm not sure if you can tell by my face and how red my face and my eyes are. I had about maybe 4 hours sleep. It did not go well at all. I was sat up all night thinking about the interviews and everything that was going to come today, but it is race day. This is the Saturday, the day of the competition happens. It should be quite a big event with lots of people watching. I know that Narvo and Swerd are streaming it on Twitch, as well as there being like an Italian stream with proper interviewers and questioning and everything. Oh, I was so nervous for it. It started to dawn on me the production value and how impressive all it was behind the scenes of this. We've got Victor and then Reaper again, of course, and just behind me over my shoulder there was Snap and Barboso, the man himself. Very, very nice to meet those two. And it's just really impressive seeing the whole setup. There was like full-on sim racing rig set up behind us, and it was very, very loud. The music was blaring all weekend long, which made it a little bit difficult to hear the bikes, but it was still good fun. We then had our rider meeting where we was just going through the schedule for the day and when the practice and bike setup, etc. was going to be, all led by the head of Inner Esports herself, Mrs. Steffi Bow, who didn't click in my head at first just how big she was. But if nobody knew, she's basically the fastest woman to have ever ridden a motocross bike. I'll put that in simple terms. And if any of you old heads are watching this, if you remember a game called Freakstyle way back in day, we're talking like early PS2 era, she was one of the playable characters on that as well. And that clicked in my head. My dad messaged me at night saying, you do realise who you've been speaking to all day, don't you? So very, very cool that she's so interested on the online and gaming side of things. And I think that's how it all happened as well. Like, she's got so many contacts, being who she is, and probably the main reason that all of this was made possible. We then had 20 minutes or so just to get our setups all put into the game and test that they were working correctly. We still couldn't go out on the track yet at this point. We was limited to the, I guess, virtual car park within the track itself. It took me about 5 minutes, though, to get all of my settings into the game. I didn't realise how long of a process it was. I took screenshots on my phone of each and every page. So this was for the actual settings in the main menu as well as bike suspension.
Alright, we've got visual proof here of Reaper trying to cheat before everyone else is playing.
0.01.
Oh, look at the erode. 0.01 off. Settings. YouTube settings. Settings, bro. Bottle of water. There's so many people here now as well.
We then had about 20 minutes or so to take part in like a whip comp or just a freestyle in general on the ramps they had set up. This was so that the editing team could quickly throw together some clips of us just doing freestyle where they could put it up on the big screen in between Moto 1 and Moto 2 just to kind of show off the other cool parts of the game as well.
I'm not going to make it look you boys, don't worry. Jokes. I don't know how much of this I'll use and how much I'll cut out anyway. Because I don't know what the edits are going to end up looking like. So, you can't hear what's in my ear right now, but the Reaper Doc's just been told off because he joined the server about changing his name. So his name is currently SSO Corsa 08. So now we have to reset the entire server just for Reaper Doc.
And then
there's the man they want to see right there.
Arguably, yeah, arguably the biggest name in this entire thing. One of the biggest names in the entirety of MX Bikes. Love him or hate him, the man's put in the work, defending multi-time champion. And like I said, I would say this has to be everyone's pick to dethrone Cam if there was going to be someone.
Well, congrats. That was good. You were up there for a little while. So how you feel?
I feel very good. There's some big lines on the track to hit. There's a quad at the start of the last rhythm section before the finish line, which kind of makes or breaks a qualifying lap. So I got that on a couple of attempts, which I'm happy with, and feeling a lot more comfortable on the track now than I was in practice earlier today. And I'm just excited to get into the race. I feel comfortable on it, and it should be good.
Ooh.
Oh, gates down.
Oh, we are completely underway, and Cam will grab that hole shot. It is just what he needed. The perfect start for him, and it is now his time to run away with it. But he does have Lens right behind him, and Dorian Merritt as well.
Cam.
And Cam overjumped the triple. Loses out a bit of time, so Lens
Out front early.
Another rider out of the UK getting that good start and getting the lead. This is the more interesting battle that we all kind of knew was going to be coming between the two riders out of the UK. Yeah, it is. This track is a whole different kind of beast.
Oh, Lens in flow state. Oh, look, he looks over at Cam. Cam's down the inside to Lens. Cam makes the pass.
But it looked like it did get a little bit rougher
Oh,
as you go through it.
Lens is down.
Having problems.
You can see.
Oh, Dorian Merritt makes a great inside pass in that sand section on Lens, and Lens is going to try to fight back for it, going for that double single route, and he will make that stick.
Oh, Linz is having a time.
He is not having a good time in that rhythm section as he's going to lose out even more places.
Oh, things are heating up, Navo. Look at this.
Oh, it is getting very close now between Dorian and Linz.
Oh,
Dorian
no, he's
there.
gonna. Oh!
Down second. Linz has actually put himself back into the podium spots
Recovery.
over Jake Jr.
Recovery mode for Linz. Absolute recovery mode for Linz.
We've seen Linz plenty of times. He gets that late moto kind of second win where he puts on a whole different level and type of skill and just puts on some afterburners and goes. And we're seeing it here right now as he moves himself, was almost last place, and now he's back up to second.
How hard does Cam push this? And you know what's something I also want to know? How hard does Linz defend this as a lapper? Normally, you absolutely would not do that, but circumstances are a little different here.
Yeah, I don't know. And honestly, if I were Linz, I would just let him go.
Oh!
Linz isn't.
He's not. That's what I figured. Linz does not want to be lapped. Look at this battle. You normally do not see a lapper and a leader battling like this, but circumstances have changed, and it looks like Cam is pulling free, though. Cam's pace is insane, Navo. I hate to say it, but Cam absolutely just straight up burned by Linz in that sand section, and he throws a Superman insult to injury.
Right
Oh,
at the end
no.
there, gets the lap.
You can see
Gets
Linz
the
down
lapper,
there.
Laps the whole field, but Cam will be the victor. Linz will grab second, Aiden in third.
Oh, man.
dominant
Linz,
moto.
whoa, Linz is coming over here. Hey, Linz is coming over here. How in the world are you going to lap me like that on the last lap? How are you going to do me like that? Let's see what Linz has to say here.
You know, like being up there at the beginning, then you crash a bunch of time, and then, you know, it worked out all the way up to second. How you feel?
Feel good. I think that I let the pressure get to me a little bit at the start. The first half of the race was not very good, as you saw. All the way back down to 7th, had a very good battle with Dorian for a few laps. And then I just tried to stay consistent, capitalise on people's mistakes and managed to get up to second. And then this man's in another league, but he made me have to do one less lap, so that was nice. So stopped me having any more mistakes, and it was a good race, and I'm excited for moto number 2.
Revs are up. Look who's out on the far outside. Who is that? The gate's down.
Ooh, that looked like it was Valentin on the far outside. We are underway in Milan, but Cam will once again get that hole shot with Linz sitting up right there.
Oh, Cam goes down!
Oh, and it's a huge pile up after the first rhythm section. Linz is going to start off with a huge lead. Jams is going to be up in the second, and Valentin in third.
And Cam is dead last, Navo. Just like we said, Cam, the only thing he had to worry about, and it has come to fruition. Cam has got to get on his horse. He cannot let Linz, I'm telling you, will be absolutely trying to run the fastest laps he's ran all day right now because he sees Cam down in the back.
Cam sitting down into, I believe that is 6th place now.
Oh, Cam goes down
and he
again!
gets caught up with a tough block.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's in a tough block.
Is he stuck? Oh, my God.
Oh, he might be stuck.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
He
he's
has
back
to
up. He is
reset.
back up.
Oh, my goodness.
A little bit quicker is really all it needs to be sometimes, as Cam is gonna just get right by Aiden. There, that was the team orders right there.
That 100%.
Aiden did not even try to defend the inside and just let him go. And they are slowly starting to get into him now. Linz, as we are on board with him right here, he has lapped Valentin and Jams.
As he perfectly downsides every single rhythm and jump of that section, like, that's about textbook as it gets, folks. Look at this. Oh, man. Oh, Linz, look, going wide there. Victor being a very good lapper. Folks at home watching, that is 101. And look, Linz immediately responds with the wave. You love to see that kind of camaraderie. Just a little under 8.5 minutes left to go, Navo. Cam has now shaved it down to 10 seconds. Did Linz have a mistake? A bobble, because right when he crossed timing and scoring, it went down 4 more seconds.
That of Linz and Cam. That's a huge bobble from Linz. Oh, he manages to keep it up on 2 wheels. Losing that front end and goes full corkscrew, but lands back on it. Oh, and that is going to be a lot of time lost for him. Got a heart rate
5
monitor on
seconds.
me.
5 seconds is the gap, Navo. We come down to the 2-minute and 50-second mark.
It's exactly where he's getting.
He's right there, Navo.
It's 2.5 seconds. But
Oh,
that's
there-
absolutely where he's gaining that time. No one is in
1
that
second.
section. Oh, and
Oh.
it is coming down to the wire, Sword. The absolute wire. Yeah, he has got to play it safe. It's now less than a second.
0.8 seconds. And oh!
Oh!
Was that Linz going
was
down?
Linz. That was Linz down.
Oh my
That
goodness,
was
no!
Linz down. Linz loses it on turn 1.
Oh
and now
my
it is
goodness!
Just all on Cam and
Navo,
you could
that's-
see it in his. I could see it in his eyes. Oh, the sadness for Linz. But right now it is all Cam who went nearly perfect. Cam of MXB Mods FXR is your absolute champion for the ICMA MX Championship. Absolute heartbreak for
Unbelievable.
Linz.
God, no
And,
matter which side you look at it, like, oh man, Linz responds. He had it, Navo. He had it. He had 1 lap to go, and we couldn't see what happened, but man.
It was just so close for him, and that is the ultimate heartbreak right there.
Cross.
I was looking at the pit board every
Yeah,
lap.
and let's hear what
he was getting
Linz
about
has to
a second
say.
a minute, so I was trying to do the maths in my head, but then I had a couple of mistakes and I lost a lot of time there. I'm happy with how I played. The event has been amazing. Like, everybody's been so loud the entire time, so it's really cool to see. I just want to give a massive thank you to all of the organisers involved, everybody that made this possible. A year ago, I was working a desk job, and now I get to make YouTube videos on this game. And we've got a very supportive community, so thank you everyone that came out to watch.
Congratulations. Beautiful words.
Applauso per Linz.
Second place.
Woo!
The second place that feels like a loss for Linz, but still, what a solid ride for him, Swords.
Second place
I mean,
is enough
again-
for you, or you thought to be better than second? I don't know.
I came in expecting to podium, so I'm happy with a second. I'm just a bit disappointed in myself to lose it so close to the finish. But it's been a really fun event. I've really enjoyed it. And again, thank you to ICMA and everyone that's put this on. It's a massive thing for a community like ours to be recognised like this. So hopefully this is the start of things to come.
Grazie. Thank you so much.
Linz, we already talked to you, but if you want to say a couple things.
Yeah. Again, thank you everyone for coming out, and thank you to Nico, and thank you Stone Rider for the track. Thank you to you as well for making this possible. And then also shout out to D Mills for helping me with the suspension. Otherwise, I'd be useless today. Who else do I have to thank? Oh, and then thank you FXR Racing for sponsoring me and getting me here as well. And I feel like this is a great community for brands to look into and get involved with. And I'm hoping that this is big things for moving forwards.
Stefi, a proposito di sponsor, sì,
Un secondo solo.
And subscribe to Linz on YouTube, please. Thank you.
fare un bel regalo a
You
tutti
know,
questi
a
ragazzi,
shameless
però
plug
finiamo,
from Linz.
finiamo
Only
il
a
giro,
shameless
poi
plug.
torniamo sul palco con lui.
I mean,
We were telling you that
you've got
there's
the
a
floor,
lot of
you've got the
things coming,
stage.
so
Yeah,
What do you got to
saying
lose
that
at this
there's gonna be
point?
more.
Well, guys, it is the end of the day. Unfortunately, I didn't record anywhere near as much as I would have liked to record today because my camera battery died and I did not have a backup. So that is an L Gamer moment from me and something to note for the future, to have a backup battery. It was a very, very exciting day. I'm hoping to go back through the ICMA official live stream and put some clips in there to enter in the vlog at some point to show it. Really, really cool stuff. A really impressive event that they held and put on, like so much more professional than I ever expected it to be, and some very big people appearing and like just saying hello. It's really, really cool. I'm gonna spoil it if you haven't seen it already. I ended up getting second, and I'll show a little screenshot of the stuff that I won on screen now. Cam rode incredibly. I had no chance. Like, he literally lapped everybody in Moto 1, and then Moto 2 he got stuck in a tough block for like 20 seconds. He still caught up and passed everybody and me. I missed out by 3 seconds in the end overall, but I'm still very happy with how I played, and I'm hoping this will lead to some more events like this in the future, because it sounds like everyone's had a really, really good time. It's very nice putting faces to names after so long too, and it's 2 AM right now. We've been sat just having drinks at the bar. It's been a really, really nice time. Because I finished second, I am actually going to be competing again tomorrow, and it's going to be in like a car driving sim, which I'm not used to doing. I'm very like heavy-footed. I haven't got like the throttle control like I do with my hands. But what's really cool is I'm actually going to be competing against Antonio Cairoli and Danny Pedrosa. So make of that what you wish. I think that's a really, really cool. So that's at 11 AM tomorrow. I need some sleep. I've only got like 5 hours to sleep now before I've got to be awake again. But I will see you tomorrow.
Post-commentating this bit because there was very loud copyrighted music going on in the background all day. Each one of these sim rigs cost about £13,000 each, which is just disgusting. And I had 10 minutes of practice at this point. It's really, really good fun. Really makes me want to get one of my own, but I just don't think I can justify spending that much money. Really, really good fun. I would definitely recommend it. And we was playing Assetto Corsa Competition. Oh my god, I can't say that word.
Right, so I'm hoping this goes out all right in the audio. I don't want to be that guy, but obviously I've said that my dad's a massive MotoGP fan before. Danny Pedrosa's here competing during this, and I just walked up to him to ask for a picture, and he pointed at me and went, Linz? So apparently he used to play against me in MX Simulator, and I always recognised the name, but I always thought it was someone else with the same name, not him. So that's very cool, knowing that Danny Pedrosa knows who I am. So yeah, he's met me today, as well as me meeting him, so I was, yeah, very, very, very happy man.
Yep, this is Connor Linz. This is the second of our qualifiers from yesterday, coming back through to today. And again, an awesome experience for both for Cameron Box, for Connor Linz, and for Aiden Pryke, being able to rock up to this show that I'm pretty sure that they were really looking forward to anyway, and then suddenly finding yourself front and centre of all of the action going on as Connor has a quick chat to our host there. On pole position, Danny Pedrosa. The lights starting to come on. 3, 4, 5, 6. We wait. The engine notes rise. And away we go. Great start on the inside there from Danny Pedrosa. Couple of stalled starts later on. I think that was Cameron Box and Aiden Pryke there. But it's off into the lead then. Rebecca Bianchi up into P2. Danny Pedrosa taking it. Oh, there's been huge chaos. Huge carnage already. Danny Pedrosa up into P1. And that's Rebecca Bianchi. This should be absolutely mauled. It's a monster mash. Awesome stuff. A little bit further back then, you've got Cameron Box fighting it out with Connor Linz just now. So your two qualifiers from yesterday. Beautiful move up the inside by Aiden Pryke. Sends it every day of the week. Cairoli. Oh, a little bit of contact here. And Cairoli is the worse off of that one. You're never going to pull that one off, my friend, unfortunately.
Isn't it, David, when you're in a race like this, is that through no fault of your own, you can get caught up in something, and that's Connor Linz, who was seeming to have a bit of trouble there.
Connor Linz, one of our qualifiers from yesterday, up into P4 just now. So does Aiden Pryke have anything left into it, as we see Belega getting overtaken by Connor Linz here? So now we've got two of our qualifiers from yesterday onto the podium. For all I know, Ryan, this could actually be a very famous rallycross circuit, as that is going to be Tony Cairoli. So that was fourth position, yeah. That's now Tony Cairoli there, Ryan, up into third place. So here we go then. Does Connor Linz have anything in the box to try and get that? As that's very, very wide there. Again, onto the brakes, into the final corner. Huge contact. That's the number 26. That's your race leader, Danny Pedrosa. Contact from another car behind. I think that might have been Gazzoli that was involved in that one. And a big giggle.
So I ended up getting P5 in the race in the end. It was so frustrating because I was in P3 holding off Cairoli for so many laps. And then I ran into Cam of all people and lost about 30 seconds trying to get going again. But what an incredible race and an incredible experience being able to play against some of them names. And Danny is just such a wholesome person. I didn't know until looking back at that stream how much he was laughing after hitting into me when I was getting lapped. But my God, it was just so much fun.
Yuri Quarti, felice naturalmente, consegnato da Giulia, quindi per essere immortalato dalle telecamere e poi...
I think they cost like, when I had a look, there was like 11, 13 grand.
It depends on what one you get, doesn't it? Just like, you can pick the suspension.
Yeah, it's like, depends on the wattage as well. They are, I think they're cool. It's...
I'd ride one. They do look a lot bigger.
Look at this gamer. Look at him. He's driving on the wrong side of the road and all sorts. Driving on the wrong side of the road. So basically, all the walking around for the day is done. It was far too busy for me. Like, it is manic here. It's so busy. So we've just all resorted to coming back and literally just playing games instead, which seems to be good fun, and I'm enjoying a set of Corsa anyway. So I don't know where the next bit actually might be in the hotel from this point, to be honest, but we shall see.
And that was Milan. What an incredible 3 days. We were all treated like royalty throughout. It was so much fun and so amazing. And I've made some memories there that I think will last me an absolute lifetime. So again, I apologise for any poor quality throughout. There's nothing I can do about it. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And I think we've made such a big impression on just the whole motocross world, or esports world in general, that 100% I think this is going to be something that happens at least every year now. So for all of you guys watching, start grinding, because you do not want to miss out on that event next year.